Hello, my name is Bradley and I'm your host of The Internal Game. Okay, so before I get into today's video, I want to remind you that from today until April 6th, the 45-minute coaching and the hour-and-a-half coaching is half off in honor of the channel being around a year on April 1st. So if you guys want to do any bookings, you can book them for whenever. Just make sure you do it this week, from Sunday to pretty much Sunday at half off, okay? Anyway, to today's video, we're gonna talk about choosing self. So a question I get asked a lot is, what does choosing yourself look like? What does that mean? Like, how do I do that? Think about that. Like, if we have to ask ourselves, what does choosing ourselves look like? That means we've not been choosing ourselves for a long time, right? If we ever have, right? And then that fear kicks in. And it's like, well, but if I put all my focus on me, what if I lose them? And it's like, all right, well, check this out. If you're trying to manifest a person, I want to ask you a question. Did they lose you? They're focused on themselves, right? They're focused on themselves, living their life, doing their thing, right? And did they lose you? No. A lot of times we're, just in a room trying to manifest somebody. Like, oh, they love me, they love me, they love me. I'm chosen, I'm chosen, I'm chosen, right? Like, did they lose you? Right? They're not sitting in a room trying to affirm a trillion times to get you. They're living their life. You know why? Because that's highly attractive. That's why you like them, right? So if you have to ask yourself, like, what does choosing yourself look like? And then it's something that you want to know, I'm about to tell you. So I did a session yesterday. I do many of them, but there was one yesterday that was like, the person was like, okay, this person is making music. This person is her person that she likes, right? She's like, you're making music. They just did some music stuff, and I'm getting a little fearful that, maybe that's gonna push him further away and things like that. And I'm like, well, isn't that what you like about him? That he focuses on him, that he is confident in going towards his dreams and things that he likes to do. Well, if you like that, that's what you like about him. That means it exists in you, right? And what you're actually looking for. And then, oh yeah, by the way, and then we're talking, and she's like, I do art. I was like, you do art? Okay. And I was like, and then she shows me a picture. I was like, that's fucking amazing, dude. What? Like, mind you, and I asked her if it was okay to share this story, by the way, but like and she said yes, so thank you. But like, I was like, yo, think about this. You're setting on your own gold mine. You're setting on your own art form. You're setting on your own creativity path. And because you have this skewed idea of something, which is okay, right? Like, the focus goes on him, and then this person becomes more interesting than you. And they're not. They're just not. They're not that important. They're not that special. And I mean this with all love, because they are God too. But I'm saying, like, they're important because of the story that you have about them. They're important because you say that you're not. They're special because you think that you aren't. Literally. So I told her, I was like, listen, if you book again, don't book again until you. By the way, she had said that she had made it like a social media and wanted to do this. Put the paintings on there and stuff like that. And I was like, but she hadn't yet because she was scared. And I was like, I get that. I made an Instagram for the internal game before. I was like, before I got on video, because I was like a little scared about what my parents were gonna think, or they're gonna be like, you just call everybody God, right? And by the way, those assumptions did play out, and but like nonetheless, it's fear that's it's not even real, right? And I'm glad that I did step into the video game and YouTube and things like that, because it's been nothing but amazing, and you actually get to see that fear is just that. It's fear. It's not real. So I told her, I was like, listen, you're already going to do that, and I do get the resistance to that with some self-concept stuff. I do understand that. I was like, but do not book another session with me. And I mean, it was love. I was like, I don't want to see one. I want to see that until you post your art on your Instagram. And I was like, I mean this with love, because when you do this, you're actually choosing yourself. You are actually, because this is what you actually want, right? We get confused when we're not feeling enough, and not feeling lovable, and not interesting, and then we put all this hyper focus on these people, and we're like, oh, they're just amazing, they're special, and they're the best thing since sliced bread, and all this stuff. And we literally abandon self. We'd already done it before that, but nonetheless, we abandon self, and we make these people like this massive priority. And like, if we can just get them to to see us and choose us, then we're chosen. No, 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 no. Life makes no mistake, and always gives man which man first gives himself. See, what's happening is that you have given yourself abandonment. You have given yourself titles of unimportant by doing these types of actions, by making someone more important to you, and then they reflect this because life makes no mistake and gives man which man first gives himself. Neville also says the loveless never find love. This is what this means. So when you choose self, like in this particular scenario, focusing on your own art because you are interesting, right? Focusing on your own goals, your own hobbies, things like that, you're going to go from I am chosen, I am chosen, I am chosen to actually being chosen. You're actually choosing self. This also gets reflected, right? But when people start to do these things, like step in their own frame, step in their own lane, and start living their life. That's why I always say, live your life, have fun, know it's done. Like, live your life, like, pick you, and like, this is what I mean. Do your hobbies, chase, or I don't say chase, but like, chip at your goals. Say, I am this person now. Do it, right? Because this is what you're actually looking for. You just think that person has it. But that's why you think they're cool, because you wish you could do it, but you can do it. And you already are who you desire to be, and your refusal to believe this is the only reason it's not so, right? So find your hobbies. I'm sure you know what they are. And if you don't, find one. Like, got goals, got things you like to do, like gym, work out, hang out with friends, whatever it may be. Step into your own frame. Choose you. Stop obsessing over this person. Stop using all the time that you have in your day to try to manifest somebody. I do understand, I get it. But like, it's about who you're being. Are you being somebody who chooses himself because this is going to be reflected? Or are you being somebody who chooses somebody else over yourself and abandons self because this is what's being reflected? And people, like, again, people say, oh, but I'm scared if I focus on me, then I'm going to lose them. And I have to ask you this again. Did they lose you? I know we could break this down into the law of assumption stuff. I know we could break it down any further, but like just logically here, just simple speaking. They're choosing them. You still want them, correct? And like, you're not losing anybody because everyone is you. They are you. Now, depending on what you're doing internally and how you're being, determines the experience that you have with them. But you can't lose something that is you. These people that you want, these jobs, this money, all this stuff. It is you. It is a reflection of you. So if you want a different experience, you have to be different. You have to entertain a different experience internally, and also start acting like a person who chooses himself. Actually, start being a priority. Like, ask yourself these questions. Like, if you started today to like start on your hobbies and join some type of martial arts, you know, like what have you, but to just start living your life, and you're doing it for a few days, and then this person that you like so much and you got so much importance on that you heard from decides to text you, which they're probably going to do at that point, by the way, because you're not chasing them and crowding them with your state of being anymore, and you're actually choosing you, so that you actually can allow some movement from them to come towards you. But like, what do you do in that moment when they send you the text and it's like, hey, I want to see you tonight, and you're like, well, I got plans. Are you gonna blow off the plans to see this person, or are you gonna say, hey, listen, I actually have plans, and I'll hit you up when I'm done if it's not too late, and if not, I'll hit you up tomorrow? Because if you blow off the plans, then this is exactly what we do not want to be doing. We want to be saying, no, I have lived my own life. Your preference in mind, right? Doesn't mean you can't have preferences. These people are God too. They are God too. We should be treating everyone with love and respect. I get this, but you have been far too long placing way more importance than there should be. Way more. This person's more special than me, better than me. If they could just choose me, what you've been doing this far too long. You need to get in the groove, in the momentum of actually being chosen, actually being a priority. And like with the specific case of her putting her art on Instagram or what, the social media platform, like, this is what choosing yourself looks like. Okay, granted, I haven't been choosing myself. That's what you say. Okay, I haven't been choosing myself. I see it. I'm going to take what I like about him, the things that I want from him or her, whatever the case may be, and I'm going to give it to myself and do these things. Because if you like something, that means it's in you. If you're drawn to something, that means it's in you. That's it. The reason why we like Adam Sandler is because everybody wants to be authentic. I made a video about this long time ago. Like, we love people that are authentic, authentically themselves, being themselves, because because it's in us. Everybody wants this. We crave this. We just want to be ourselves and be loved and appreciated for how we are in the moment. That's what everybody wants. Well, give it to yourself. Give it to yourself. Love your art. Love your hobbies. Love you just as you are right now. Doesn't mean you can't make changes to yourself sometimes if you want to. Yeah, granted, you can. But you don't have to. You are perfect right now as is. I promise you this. And when you accept this and you know this about yourself, everyone's going to reflect this. Because life makes no mistake. And always gives man, which man first gives himself. This includes people, this includes opportunities, this includes money, this everything. Give yourself what you want from somebody else. You want attention? Give yourself some attention. You want love? You want to be priority? Be it. You like somebody because they're creative? Be creative. Or even if you think that you're not, there's something that you do that you like that only you do. Tell your own story. Live your own life. Get your own friend. Choose you. This is what you actually want. I promise you. I know it seems, especially in the states of feeling incomplete and desperate and like, no, I need this person. I need this to happen. I get that. I do understand this. But what you actually want is to be loved, accepted, living your own life, doing things you love to do, having people that reflect this back to you, giving to the world, receiving, just living this abundant, authentic life. That's what you actually want to do. And you can start doing this by just dropping the fear of focusing on yourself. The fear that you're going to lose something is an illusion. You're not going to lose something that you already have, that you already are, that is you. This person is you. You're not going to lose them, but you are going to create a different experience when you step into being actually chosen, by choosing yourself, by actually being a priority, by like not just saying I'm a priority, but actually being one, putting yourself first, putting yourself, your goals, your dreams, your hobbies, your whatever first, and then living in harmony with somebody else is doing the same. But they're going to come to you. They're going to come to you. But this is what you actually want, is to live your own life. Again, doesn't mean you can have preferences. Does not mean that like you're not going to get your person. All this stuff. That's what the mind likes to try to tell things. Tell us little stories like that. But what you actually want is this fulfillment of you doing you. You being you and being loved and appreciated for exactly how you are right now. And if we found ourselves like obsessing and manifesting and spending all of our time that we could actually be being priorities, being chosen, and we spend that time trying to affirm that we're priorities and chosen, and trying to like tell stories of how we are instead of just being how we are, or being chosen and being priority and being loved and being authentic and being these things, then we're just, I don't say wasting time, but that's kind of what it is. You're gonna get way further with being than anything, because you're gonna get a reflection of who you are being all the time, no matter what. And when you are affirming, obsessing, desperately trying to attract somebody, what you're being is desperate. What you're being is incomplete. What you are being is not the ideal, and that's what's getting reflected back. Trust me when I say if you choose yourself, you'll get chosen. Trust me when I say if you put the focus on you, the focus gets brought to you. Trust me when I say that you're not going to lose anything. Trust me when I say what you actually want is to live in your own frame. It inspires people to do the same. Like, I can't wait till I get the message where she puts her art on Instagram, because I'm gonna back it up. So that's great. I love when people tell their own stories. I love when people step into their own frame. I love when people choose them because I know that they have to have a completely different experience by doing so. But those are just cherries on the top, because what they actually wanted this whole time was to choose themselves. That's why I tell you with the 3Ps or all these unfavorable circumstances, like these are opportunities. These are like flashing lights that are like, choose you, choose you, choose you. Right? And when we actually step, trust me on this, when we actually step into choosing ourselves and living our life, you start getting different viewpoints, different perspectives on the whole thing. Like, wow, I'm actually glad those things happened, because like, I don't think I would have chose myself had I not been forced to. Because it's a whole different life. But please don't be scared of choosing yourself. And remember, life makes no mistake and always gives man which man first gives himself. Give yourself the life. Focus on you. And then they will. Okay? But they don't have to right now. Why do they have to? Why they don't even feel the calling to do so. If all your focus is on them, all the obsessions on them, like your state of being is running this, and it's, they're just like, what is that? Like, I just feel this, I don't want to talk to them right now. It just feels so heavy. Like, it just feel like they always want something, but they didn't even say it. It just feels like, it's chaotic. Bring it back to self. Get yourself stable. Choose you, live your life, use your time wisely, invest in good thought, invest in good action, invest in living your life, because this pays out. Right? This is what you actually want. This is the life. Okay, that's all I got. Choose you, no matter what. See you guys later.